Hey there, my name is Veronica. I am so excited to be with you today on this Anchor podcast. I am coming from snowy Chicago, and I am a conscious manifesting coach who specializes in the law of attraction, positive thinking, living your life with purpose and intention. I am happy to answer your questions today. As always, we are going to answer 3 voice notes submitted by you, the listener. If you would like your question answered on a future podcast, it's so easy. Download the Anchor app and favor my podcast, Veronica Isles, and send me a voice note, and it will appear on a future podcast. So today we're going to be answering 3 questions. I hope your question is answered. If you would like to learn more about me and do some one-on-one coaching with me, veronicaisles.com is the place to go. Also, subscribe to me on YouTube. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. youtube.com/VeronicaIsles. Okay, so let's get right to it. Question number 1.
Hello Veronica, this is Devasri from India again. My questions weren't finished yet, so I had to record a new voice note again. So as I was saying that I asked you to give me some suggestions as to how I can manifest my specific person within a deadline, that is within a time period. And I want to also tell you that I have been getting a lot of signs like repeating numbers, my specific person's names, a lot of places, in a lot of places. So what kind of significance do these signs have, and what is the universe is trying to tell me? Can you give me some insight into it? Thank you, and hope you have a great day, and a happy new year in advance. Bye.
So, hi there. I would love to go to India one day. I do want to say that I'm not actually sure if I addressed part 1 of your question. I received so many voice notes, and I can't even remember which ones I've responded to, which ones I haven't yet. So, I'm not really sure if your other part already got answered. If not, it will appear in a future video. So, yes, of course, it's possible to manifest someone under a deadline, and I'd be happy to also address your question about what signs mean. Now, you mentioned, what is the universe trying to tell you? I don't actually think that the universe is trying to tell you anything except give you an encouragement, a nudge, just make you smile. I want to say that signs are always interpretive. What I mean by that is some people, one person's lucky number, 1111, could be someone's bad omen. A lot of people like the numbers 1111, but you take a number like 666, which is also an alignment of numbers, and someone might think that's lucky, but a lot of people think that that's very unlucky. Now, personally, myself, I think all numbers are lucky. But I do have my certain favorites that whenever I see them, I think that it's sort of a sign of alignment. It's like a nudge, like, ooh, I'm feeling my true self. I'm feeling my power. So signs are interpretive. What do they mean to you? The universe is the highest creative part of you. So what are you trying to tell you? Usually it's about, you are reassuring yourself that you are in fact on the right track, and to keep moving forward in positive and productive ways with determination, with focus for the ideal. So whenever you see a sign, smile to yourself, but never actively look for signs or feel desperate for signs or say, I need a sign to know if this is working. It's always going to be working. So you don't need a sign to tell you that. And signs are never going to be negative. Like, I don't believe that you're ever going to get a sign to say, no, you shouldn't manifest this, because anything can be good or bad. Or are you manifesting the good or the bad version of it? It's totally up to you. Okay, again, I hope this question could help. And I do want to say, if you do get cut off while recording your question on Anchor, try to give me a little indication, I think in the subject line, where it says continuation or part 2. Label them somehow similar so that I can, as I'm downloading them, I can put these together, that they are in fact from the same person so they don't get mixed up. So I hope this helped, and I'm always happy to answer your questions. Okay, so let's get on to question number 2.
Hey Veronica, I'm Lisa. I just wanted to know a question about manifesting back my ex. Um, how long do I ignore his messages? I don't know how long to do that. I I was talking to him a little bit too much at first because I didn't realize I could do this. And then he said something, and then I don't know. And then I usually think about him like when I have nothing to do, which is a lot. But hopefully, is that okay? Or yeah. Anyways, that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you.
So, hey, Lisa, I am absolutely happy to answer your question about manifesting back your ex. Now, in terms of ignoring his messages, I actually think you should always be receptive. When I say no contact, I don't actually mean to cut off contact, as in he's contacting you and you're ignoring him. So instead, what I would do is just not initiate the contact, but I always think that it's fine to reciprocate and to reciprocate in a way that signifies that you have confidence that this is heading in the right direction towards healing and towards getting back together and towards having him doing and saying all of the things that you ideally want. So I would definitely say to have some faith in him being able to do the right thing. Now, if it makes you feel good to ignore his messages, go with it. Sometimes people want space from that person until they know that they have changed. And that's okay too. Your message didn't really say, what his messages were like, but it's fine to reciprocate. Just never act needy, never sort of ambush the person and be like, we got to talk about getting together. Instead, let it happen naturally, let it happen organically. Now, you also mentioned that you think about him in your idle time, which is a lot. I think that it's natural to think about someone who is your romantic companion or your ideal romantic companion. Obviously, that is a strong, huge driving force within you. And there are passionate emotions involved. In really profound ways. And I never say to actively push away the thoughts of this person. Just think about them in the right context. And the fact that you are feeling passionate about them, like that can work in your favor. So definitely when you think about him, and if it's a lot, think about him in the preferred way. Remind yourself of things that he did in the past that made you feel amazing. Remember times when you felt very much needed by him and very much wanted. Remind yourself that there is hope for the future, and with every single day that you wake up in the morning, a miracle could happen. You could be together, you could be reunited. He could say and do all of the things to make things up to you, to apologize for any past wrongs, and to make you feel like the happiest person in the entire world. So think about him in productive ways and also try to balance your time. Remember, living in the end result, you're with him, everything is great. You're thinking about other things at this time. You have a full life, you have a balanced life. In fact, to make a relationship flourish, you want to have an active social life. You want to do things independent of him. So start to mimic the things that are within your power right now. All right, so I'm wishing you all of the best and always happy to answer all of your questions. Okay, so let's get on to the last question. Question number 3.
Hi Veronica, Happy New Year 2020. I would like to know how can I manifest a committed relationship from my SP. I've manifested visiting him in my apartment and he seemed really liked me, but it's been a month that I haven't had any text from him, and it's always like this on and off relationship. I don't know what to do. I used what if questions many times and I keep watching your videos. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Happy New Year 2020 to you too. May this be your best year yet, full of total breakthroughs, total bliss, and the committed relationship that you absolutely deserve. So I love that you have already proven to yourself that you've manifested visiting, being together, and you know inside that he really likes you. Now, I can understand that it is frustrating. It has been a month since a text, and this has been on and off, and you just want the commitment already. You absolutely deserve it. And I think that you're doing a great job by watching the videos, posing the what if questions. But the way that you think during the day in between these things is so important. We need to start getting your mind to think on autopilot so that when you think of him, you've reinvented this new story. Now, of course, this new story, the story of abundance, the story of him wanting to be with you, wanting the relationship to always be on, is going to seem almost like a lie at first because your current reality isn't reflecting any of this. Now, the trick is to not get triggered by the current reality. React to the inner self, not the outer world. We want to react to the inner self. Reject the outer world, not in a way of causing resistance, but just in a way that you are on a higher plane. You are having visions of the future. You have this hope and faith and this nurturing of what the future can be. So why would you react to the present moment? Now, I know that this is always easier said than done, but the more you persist in this, the more you catch yourself from reacting in the old way of lack, the more you will cement the new way, which is this commitment, which is this adoration, which is daily texting, which is always being, having him be in your apartment. Like you live together, you have breakfast every single morning together, you walk together, you talk together, you go out on dates, you're a couple. You're part of a companionship. So we are going to tell this new story that he absolutely adores you. And he feels bad that he didn't already make it a committed relationship. He feels bad for the on and off because he is afraid of losing you. He knows how valuable you are, and he is finally stepping up to the plate and actively doing something about it. I want you to say with me that 2020 is my year to succeed. This is my moment to finally achieve the relationship that I have always wanted, always needed, always deserved. It has always eluded me, but this is my moment to shine. And I want you to really connect with the determination. Manifesting, conscious manifesting is about persistence, not positivity. It's about sticking it through until it shows up. And you may not see any indication of it, and then one day, boom, it is all there. It is all yours, and it is what you have envisioned. Okay, I hope this could help, and I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much to all of the people who submitted questions. If you would like your question answered on Anchor, super, super easy. Download the app, favor my podcast, send me a voice note. Veronica Isles is the way to do it. Now, if you haven't already done so, download my affirmations app for iPhone. It is absolutely amazing, and it will help play things on a loop, and it will help get these affirmations cemented in your mind and heart. Raise your vibration. It will help you manifest all of your dreams in terms of relationships, in terms of self-love. Okay, so subscribe to me on YouTube as well. Check out my ebooks on Amazon, and I hope you have a lovely and amazing day.